Nala, can you fly to the agenda? And I believe that we are collaborating, so we can start the meeting. Please fly the agenda. Thank you. Honorable members of the Portfolio Committee of Public Works and Infrastructure, the support team of Public Works and Infrastructure, the executive of the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure, I believe it is represented by DDG, the chairperson of CBE, the CEO of CBE, the ECSA council. I believe that the president is supposed to be here. The CEO is supposed to be here. The entire council of ECSA that we
Recording in progress.
In this meeting, I also believe that is here. Greetings to you all in this morning. As this Portfolio Committee of Public Works and Finance, we are seized with the responsibility of making the department and its entities to account for whatever that they are doing in those respective areas of their responsibilities. Since 2019, we have been seized with many issues that we had to invite at a particular stage, the entire board, if we want the entire board, invite the entire executive, the employees. I believe when we're dealing with IDT, we had received many complaints from the employees of IDT, and it was an issue that we discussed in our meeting till we managed to save IDT. We have dealt in CBE with one of the councils, not this particular one, I think the one of architects, when there were allegations against the president, I think at the time it was Mr. Ndugu, of being done by those that were working there. We dealt with that, and it came to its end when there was investigation that was done, and we were then given the results of the investigation. So it is not the first time that we have invited the entire council to deal with the issue that has been brought to our attention. When it's brought to our attention, I mean, it came to my attention, and I convened a managerial committee of this portfolio committee, and we discussed, and we felt that this is an issue that it cannot be discussed amongst myself, council secretary, our researcher, and our content advisor. It's a matter that deserves to be discussed in the portfolio committee. That is why we have this meeting, because it was brought to our attention that several strides have been made to talk to the CEO of the CBE on this matter. That's why we are here today. With those few words, I am bringing to your attention of why are we meeting today to deal with this issue. You are all welcome in this meeting, and I hope that you will participate fully. And when we discuss issues, because as the portfolio committee, we just want to get to the root of the complaint and then recommend what can be done. But we're not alleging anyone of any misconduct, but we just want to get to the root of a council that is under one of our entities. Thank you so much. You are all welcome. Ms. Nola, do we have any apologies?
Good morning, Chairperson, honorable members and my colleagues. The only apology that we have is from the Deputy Minister of the DPWI, who is unable to attend this meeting due to another crucial meeting that she has to attend. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. I want to bring to your attention, honorable members, that there is an email that just arrived now. I think it also has been sent to you, Nola, because you are the one who forwarded it to me. I don't know whether it ought to be entertained at this late stage of our meeting. Honorable members, we have received an email from the president of ECSA, who was expected to be in this meeting, excusing herself from this particular meeting. I don't know whether do we entertain that email, honorable members, or we continue with our meeting. I think I'm throwing this to you, honorable members. Also remembering that we don't have any free space to postpone this meeting and reconvene it. Our program is tight and full. Yes, honorable
Chair,
members.
Chair, my apologies to just unmute.
Yes.
Initially I had wanted to draw your attention to that email myself, given that we had received it, 5 minutes or so before the committee meeting commenced. Not even, Chair, like a minute before 9 o'clock.
Yes.
And I find that to be incredibly problematic. Granted that we as committee members receive notification of our meetings and our agenda items and the links to this meeting last week already. And I would imagine the committee secretary would have done due diligence in terms of informing the council in question of this meeting and the contents thereof. Chair, I just wanted to register my dissatisfaction in that respect, but I certainly do not want to make a decision on whether we continue with the meeting or not. That will be up to the merits of whether we are able to actually get the best out of this meeting, outside of the people that are supposed to be here or individuals that are significant to this meeting. And we can then make the decision on that basis. But I certainly just wanted to make sure that the chairperson and the committee members are aware that I am wholly disappointed, and I find this particular situation very problematic, and wish to also indicate that we may have to then find a way in which somebody must be held accountable in this respect. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Sihlalo. Honorable Suisa.
After Suisa Mcho.
Thank you,
Okay,
Honorable.
thanks. Thank you, Chair, and good morning to everyone. Chairperson, when we come to CBE and all of these councils that are sitting there, and for some reason in the morning, when you are trying to enjoy your morning green tea, and then you are thrown with a bombshell in the morning, as Honorable Setlolo is saying that I'm only seeing the email now, me, myself, when I was trying to go through my documents for the second time. This is very unprofessional. This is very unacceptable, especially taking into consideration that we are working with a tight time space check. And then we are going to be thrown with a bombshell as it is, because we've tried our utmost best to attend each and every meeting, to come and give assistance. And it's very disappointing because we know, Chair, you know the history that we've been having with the councils in the CBE. And now one of the councils is not here to come and put forward whatever that is needed to be explained to the portfolio committee. And we don't even know what are the reasons behind. Is it a sabotage? Is it intentional? Is it a way of not being held accountable for certain things? But this is very unprofessional, Chair. And I think I need to also say,
I think we have lost Honorable Suisa. Honorable Suisa. I think we have lost Honorable Mjobo.
So, Chair,
Oh, okay. We lost you somewhere, Honorable Siwisa. We lost you somewhere. You may continue. Oh, yes.
Apologies. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. No, I was saying, Chair, this is very unprofessional. It can be accepted without a clear explanation. I think the only reason when a person would say that I won't be joining the meeting, and even that communication would be coming maybe via a member of a family member or something, when they tell us that the particular person who's supposed to be in the meeting is in ICU or is critically ill. So I fail to understand why was an apology sent this morning and not even last night. Then we could have come up with another solution, because we don't have time, Chair. As you've said, we don't have time. And it seems as if people are taking advantage of a disadvantage, that there's a possibility that this meeting is not going to be postponed because of we are time bound, we have to finish a lot of things. So it's very unprofessional, Chair, what has been done today to us. And as I've said in the past, that it seems as if we are not being taken serious. If it's not that this thing has been done by the Department of the Ministry of Public Works and Infrastructure, coming to a point, I'm raising this because we'd find that we sit in a meeting, there are certain documents that are not there. Now this thing has escalated to councils, that we can do whatever we please because they've seen what the ministry itself is doing. So they think that they can take advantage, because it has been a presidency that has been set by the department itself. Now councils are also getting into that thing of saying we can just send an apology 5 to 9 o'clock, 2 minutes to 9 o'clock before the committee sits. So it's a presidency that has been out there, and now it's escalating to other parts of the department itself. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Siwisa. Honorable Mjobo. Then we close this matter. Honorable Mjobo.
Good morning, Chairperson and the department and the. Thank you, Chairperson. I'm not happy even myself. But Chairperson, firstly, you told us that the Deputy Minister is not part of this meeting. I don't know the reason, but I don't think, Chairperson, it's wise for us to continue with this presentation, because the President just sent an email today. That thing is unprofessional, unacceptable. So I don't think we are going to get answers or get what is expected. So I think let's postpone this presentation for today. Painful it is. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, honorable members. I heard what you were all saying. Honorable members, if I may, just before I give you my final say on this, if I may just give you a background. A member of this council came to me after having gone to the CEO of the council, reported alleged non-compliance issue within the council. And after receiving that information, I took it to the MENCO, and the MENCO felt that this needs to be part of a portfolio committee. Yesterday, when we were checking whether people are coming to the meeting, our invitation was clear that we expect the full council, because these allegations and maybe counter allegations are amongst them. So we want them, all of them in the meeting. I then informed to those that will be coming, it's only the president who is coming, the deputy president, CEO, and legal person. And I had to inquire, where are other members of the council? Because it's not these people only. I managed to get the number of president, and president told me that they are not coming. I indicated to her that we invited all of you, but she was saying that they won't be coming. This letter again is saying the president and the CEO are not coming to this meeting. And we all received this. Now, I saw mine after having done the welcoming remarks, unfortunately, because it came just before 9. She is talking about herself and the CEO, not saying anything about the other members that we have invited in the meeting, which I believe that they are here, because when she said that they won't be coming, I asked Ms. Martinez to inform the department, in fact, remind them that we are inviting all of them, as according to our correspondence, and the department said that they will assist in ensuring that other members are here. I believe other members of the council are here, honorable members. What I propose, humbly so, honorable members, is that we continue with the meeting. Then if we feel that there are issues that the president has to answer on, because CPE is here, the CEO and the chairperson, the department is here, we then convene another meeting, a special meeting, maybe in March. I think on the 27th of March? 27th of March, we have it's Tuesday, we have a free day. We then convene another meeting to deal with that. To me, postponing this means if we convene in March, then we want some other answers, we won't have time. I think you all know, honorable members, that we're running against time when we're dealing with the issues, especially of the National Assembly. The schedule is very tight with the date of elections have been proclaimed and gazetted. So we're running against time. So I humbly appeal to all the honorable members that we continue with the meeting. And then if needs be, then because we all have the presentation that has been made by the other members of the council, and which I believe that they are in the meeting, we continue with the meeting. And then if the president and CEO who have decided not to join this meeting, and that one, we will write it down. In fact, I hope that the department is listening, because it shows to me that the president of ECSA and the CEO of ECSA don't respect this portfolio committee. Maybe as they feel that they are not supposed to come to this portfolio committee, which in that sense, they are really not understanding how the portfolio committee works, because this portfolio committee has all the rights to convene ECSA, to come to our meeting if there are issues that have been raised. And what is good is that this is not the first time that we are dealing with a council. And it's said, as Honorable Siwisa has said so, that we have had, even before, challenges with the councils of CPE, as much as CPE is performing so well. But when it comes to its councils, we have challenges. And we discussed that one before. So we are going to also discuss this issue that has been raised before us. So, honorable members, I humbly appeal to you that we continue with this meeting. Then if there are issues that need us to convene another meeting, we then sit on the 27th and finalize whatever that has to be finalized. Honorable Suisa, are you coming back? Because your hand is up, or is it a legacy hand?
No, my hand is up, Chair.
Oh, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Chair. Chair, I'm not trying to dispute what you are saying, and I'm not trying to not to listen to your advice. But now I'm trying to read this letter now that I'm calmed down. The president speaks on behalf of himself and the CEO. And then he goes to paragraph 7 and says that the ECSA delegation will accordingly not be able to attend the scheduled meeting, and says that they'll be able to engage the committee at a later stage. So what are they expecting what's going to happen today? Because this is a public record, they'll be able to get this will be public record. They can have access to it. They'll go through this thing. They'll go and try to whatever that has been discussed, because I'm still trying to understand, Chair, as to why are they not coming to the meeting, but they are willing to engage us at a later stage. What are they expecting? What is going to be said today? Then they want to go back. If I'm wrong, Chair, you must correct me. They want us to sit. They are hoping that we are going to sit, because according to their letter, they are willing to engage us at a later stage. So we are going to sit today. They are going to have access to the records. It's their right. I don't dispute that. But what is it that they are fearing for them to come today and come and be accountable, and so that we should be able to assist them with any problem that is there within ECSA? Because you can't speak for you as the president and the CEO, and then at the bottom, at the 7th paragraph, and then to say the delegation of ECSA. It says to me, the president and the CEO are defining themselves outside the whole body of ECSA. And they want to be spokespersons when we are trying to resolve issues that are within the council itself. So I'm just throwing it out there, Chair, to say that you don't want to engage the portfolio committee today, but you are willing to engage the portfolio committee at a later stage. And then you want to make a delegation on behalf of everybody else. So everybody else must not attend, because you and whoever are not going to attend this thing. This is a clear sabotage, Chair. And it needs, we can proceed with the meeting, but it needs to be looked into thoroughly as to what's going on within the ECSA itself. What is actually happening there? Because we are here to give guidance, we are here to give assistance, we are here to advise as to what needs to happen moving forward. So if certain people are not here in the meeting, we are not going to, it's going to be a dialogue, it's going to be up and down. Next time, somebody else is not going to be in the meeting. And then we'll have to postpone. We are clearly being sabotaged there, Chair. But I just wanted to put my view forward to say, two things are being spoken. President and CEO are not here, and then the delegation is not going to be here, and then certain people abided and then honored the invite to come here because they want to resolve the issues, and then the main two people are not in the meeting. The main two people are not coming to the meeting, Chair. This is a clear sabotage, and this thing needs to be put forward to the president and the CEO. How do children come to a meeting when the father of the house or when the parents of the house are not there? We are not going to resolve anything. We are just going to listen, and there's nothing, because the man of the house or the woman of the house needs to give us clarity of whatever that is happening there. The spokesperson of the board needs to be there, and they are not there, which is very bad. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Suisa. Just before you come in, Honorable Sekhlolo, I can see your hand. Honorable members, please note that to me, in fact, to all of us, we're talking here about a president, someone who's occupying an executive position and a CEO of ECSA. People who convene meetings themselves, And I don't think at any stage that they could accept an apology that is sent to the meeting just when the meeting is about to start. It shows disrespect to the portfolio committee, and again, disrespect to the parliament that appointed this portfolio committee to oversee and the work of the department and its entities. So I know that chairperson of CBE is here, CEO of CBE is here, departmental representatives are here. It really shows that the president of ECSA, because it's her who wrote this letter, doesn't maybe recognize even this portfolio committee. That's what that letter is saying. That is what you are correct, Honorable Sivisa. This is a clear sabotage. She doesn't want us to discuss this. She wants to dictate to us where we must sit, on what terms we must sit with her. We don't do that as the portfolio committee. We don't do that as the parliament. No one dictates to us whether to sit or not to sit as the parliament and its portfolio committees. So to me, this is seriously unacceptable. Honorable Sihlolo?
Chair, thank you very much for a second bite on the matter. And I wholeheartedly want to echo the sentiments by Honorable Sivisa and yourself in as far as this matter is concerned, because I'm thinking to myself whether the issues that have been raised by the briefing notes that we did receive from our committee colleague Shoaib on whether CBE themselves will be able to respond to those issues. And that's the first thing. And if they can't respond to any of the issues that are highlighted on our briefing notes, then it's true that we will have a dialogue, and then we will just be saying things that are meaningless in as far as the meeting is concerned, or the objectives rather of the meeting is concerned. The other issue, Chair, is that if we've got the president and the CEO obviously being somebody who runs the day-to-day at ECSA, what then do we anticipate to get out of this specific meeting if we indeed proceed with it? That's the second thing. The third thing, Chair, I would cave and agree that we have the meeting on the 27th, on condition, Chair, that we have it in person, so that we can then be able to see precisely what is the situation with the president and the CEO of this particular council. Because I certainly am not one to recommend for postponements of meetings or whatever the case may very well be, Chair, because I think that all of us prepare for a meeting and we want to see it through. But again, if the merits thereof are not going to be what is going to be helpful for us as a committee, then I don't see how it is possible that we can subject ourselves to a dialogue where the representatives or people that need to account are not available. But Chair, I don't know. The chair of the CBE and the CEO of the CBE can perhaps give us guidance on whether they will be able to fundamentally give responses to the issues that have been raised, and whether they take full accountability and responsibility then for this particular meeting and as far as ECSA is concerned outside of their presence. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Sihlolo. Honorable members, we are really between what a rock and a wall on this one. As much as we want the 27th, but we need to check the parliamentary program. I think we all know that the program is so packed. We have to be sure that on that particular Tuesday, maybe there is no other issue that we'll be dealing with. So until we give this.
The 27th is on Wednesday, Chair.
Yeah, I want us to check whether we don't have any other issue that we will be dealing with, so that we give this full participation on this and full consideration on this matter. But I think I will give the CBE, but I think it's also proper, honorable members. Though I'm not happy, but you are all coming with what you presentation. It's also proper. We issue a statement, in fact, even to the department, but also a statement. But what I like is that this is public. Millions of South Africans are watching this portfolio committee. Millions of South Africans are seeing how a president of a council is disrespecting and undermining the portfolio committee and the parliament itself, because being convened and just on the Nick, that's at about 9, you send an apology. And this apology you are sending, it's only for you and CO, which means that you really, and you are dictating to us on how we must run this portfolio committee. That one, honorable members, to me, is just not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. I think a statement which is harsh ought to come out of this meeting. Okay, Chairperson of CBE, in fact, CBE. I'm inviting CBE.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Good morning to you and good morning to the honorable members of the Portfolio Committee and to the Deputy Minister in her absentia and to the delegation from CBE and all the honorable members that have joined our meeting today. And regarding the letter that we have all received, Honorable Chairperson, I have received the letter this morning as well that is coming from the President of ECSA. In terms of the brief that we had received in preparation to the meeting that we have today, Honorable Chairperson, the agenda for the items was relating to the report by the Council for the Built Environment with the full board of ECSA, to present on matters relating to governance, compliance, and transformation. We had prepared our submission based on this agenda item that I have just read. But one thing that we also realized yesterday, we had received a briefing note that indicated our submission not aligning to the particular matter that we wanted to discuss today. And with that, we had prepared a submission as a CBE together with the Engineering Council of South Africa on the governance issue, the matters, transformation matters. But the briefing note that I've also received this morning, Honorable Chair, for us as CBE, I am not convinced that we are prepared to answer to the lot of issues that have been raised in the briefing note because of the agenda item that we had received. It was a generic agenda item, and with a lot of issues that have been highlighted on the briefing note, we are not in the position to respond, especially because of the absence of the president and the absence of the CEO from the relevant council that needs to be responding to those specific issues. But we do take note that for this meeting, what we had submitted needed to align to the submission that have been made with the council that was they requested to come before the Portfolio Committee today. So we will take guidance from you, Honorable Chairperson and honorable members, of how we proceed with the meeting. But I just also wanted to highlight that we had received the briefing note. It was not part of the pack that we had submitted or that we were privy to prior to us as CBE preparing for the responses that might be expected from us today. So I wanted you to, Honorable Chairperson, to also note that the briefing note that we have received this morning did not allow us enough time as CBE to prepare accordingly to respond to some of the issues that have been highlighted, as our submission was of a generic nature. I would then like to give to Dr. Mirza, the CEO of CBE, if there's anything that would like to add from his side. But the submission that we have submitted, Honorable Chairperson, was a generic submission relating to matters on governance and transformation issue with the Engineering Council of South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Just before Dr. Mirza, if you will be coming in, the issue that we invited the entire ECSA board, and now we have a president saying that the delegation is comprised of herself and the CEO. Just want to check that, because it was on the first invitation that we sent it to you. Chair, I'm just bringing that to your attention, Chair.
Yes, Honorable Chair, I have noted that on the original submission, yes, it has been clearly highlighted of who needs to be attending the meeting today, but I had touched mostly on the reason and the agenda item that needed to be dealt with. So I've taken note that that needs to be addressed with the respective council on how we then move forward on the submission that was requested, on the submission that was brought in our attention as CBA, and who needs to be in the committee. So we have taken note of that, Honorable Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. Dr. Mirza, any word?
Good morning, Chairperson and committee members. The Chairperson has covered the CPE position. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Mirza. Honorable members, with that, I think then we must succumb to the pressure that we have been subjected to by the president of ECSA, Ms. Buthelezi, a woman, which we expect a lot from her, subjecting us to this. That we postpone our meeting. That was on our calendar since December last year. A program that we adopted as this portfolio committee since our first meeting in February. A program that has been sent to the department so that it share this program with the entities to prepare that would be inviting them in these meetings. But today, a president of a council feels it good that she must disrespect us, disrespect the parliament, disrespect everyone who is here, including the CBE itself, because it means she is disrespecting CBE, not only this portfolio committee. Maybe we would have understood if she had done what the chairperson of CBE is doing. That I'm not ready to answer this. So I humbly appeal that we convene another meeting. But just to send us an email at the very time that she sent that email, it shows disrespect. It shows disrespect. I think that would be the words that would be starting our meeting on the 27th. If she comes, even in that meeting, because it is clear that she answers to no one, not to the council that she's part of, not to the CBE board, not to the CBE CO, because it is very clear, not even to the department. It is very clear that she answers to no one. I would be happy that if she is watching this meeting, I would be happy if she is watching this meeting and hears exactly what we are saying about her behavior. We're referring here to a person who is occupying an executive position, a person who convenes meeting. And we ask ourselves, would she accept such an apology? Honorable Siwisa said earlier on, if the apology was sent by someone else, not her, saying that she is in ICU, then we would have understood. But she is saying that she can later on attend. Why didn't she come to the meeting and say that I'm not ready to respond to this? I appeal, I humbly ask that this meeting be postponed. She's just dictating to us what we must do as this portfolio committee. It's not accepted, comrades, honorable members. Sorry for that. It's really not accepted. It shows a serious disrespect. On that note, Nola, we will then postpone the item dealing with ECSA and CBE and the department and deal with our own issues as the portfolio committee. Honorable Tringi, you wanted to come in so that we continue with our agenda. And then on the 27th, this will be our first item on our portfolio committee, this issue of ECSA and CPE. Honorable Tringi?
No, Chair. Chair, thank you. Thank you so much. I've been listening also very carefully and very clearly. This particular committee has a responsibility, firstly, as individual MPs, to hold the executive to account as individual MPs. Secondly, within our portfolio committees, we have a mandated responsibility, a constitutional obligation to hold the entities that report to this committee to account, which includes the CEOs and the chairs of the different boards. They have an obligation to present themselves to this committee on request. And Chair, I also want to echo the sentiments of my colleagues and yourself that it is completely unacceptable. It is completely disrespectful in the way in which this committee and yourself as chair of the committee have been treated by the president. Chair, I do believe that we speak about consequence management, and in this particular case, consequence management must also apply, irrespective of who the individual is. But let's apply the rules of engagement. And again, Chair, just express our complete dissatisfaction at the non-attendance of the president. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Trink, on those words. Hope that all our meetings are recorded and Ms. Martinez and Shuaib and Inez are taking notes so that the response that we will send to the president and even the department has captured all that has been said in this meeting. On that note, we really appreciate the ECSA council members or board members that are in the meeting, the CBE, the department for being here with us today. Then on the 27th, we are then inviting you to another meeting. Whether it will be virtual or physical, it's something that we have to finalize because we have to secure venue and all that. But the meeting will be on the 27th. We'll communicate with you early so that you make arrangements if it's going to be physical. But on the 27th, we will have another meeting. And remember, CBE, we are preparing for our legacy report. Everything that we discuss is going to our legacy report. So that for the 7th administration, all these issues will be raised. Nothing will be under the carpet. Nothing will be thrown away. Everything that we are dealing with will be in that report. I don't think you would want to start a new administration with not a good report when we know that this entity has been performing so well, but has a challenge with these councils, that it's clear that they are not accountable to you. Thank you so much for that, and apologies for those who have cancelled their work engagements to be with us today. Apologies for that. We are releasing you now. You may attend to your respective duties, and then we continue with our second item. Ms. Martinez, our second item would be the minutes of the previous meeting. We then releasing you, the department, the council members, CBE. Thank you for your time. Ms. Martinez.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and to the members of the committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you, Chairperson.
The minutes of the meeting of the 21st of February 2024 are on the table for the consideration and adoption by this committee today. In that meeting, the committee considered and adopted the Waterloo Green petition report, and then there was also an adoption of the minutes of the previous meeting that was held on the 14th of Feb. And that is the attendance register, honorable members. There was one apology from Ms. Ndenze, who couldn't attend. There was also an indication that her manager then would assign someone to put out a statement as per the resolution of the committee on the day. So, Honorable Mashele, seconded by Honorable Mjobo, move for the adoption of the report. The report was then adopted without any amendments. In terms of the consideration of the minutes of the 14th of Feb, Honorable Mjobo, seconded by Honorable Mashele, move for the adoption of the minutes, and then the minutes were adopted without any amendments. And so the meeting adjourned at 10 o'clock. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. Honorable members, these are the minutes of our previous meeting that we held on the 21st of February. Can we have amendments of the meeting's minutes? Or if we don't have any amendments, can we then have a mover that we adopt these minutes as the true reflection of what happened on this day?
Job. I move the
Honorable
adoption.
Mjobo. Thank you, Honorable Mjobo. May we have a seconder, please, honorable members?
I'll second, Chair, Van Schalkwyk.
Thank you, Honorable Van Schalkwyk, for that. Do we have any other item, Ms. Martinez?
No other item, Chair, thank you.
Chairperson,
Yes, Honorable Van Schalkwyk.
just as per the minutes, Chairperson, there was an indication that a statement would be issued after the meeting. I don't have an idea or can recall if there was indeed a statement from our communication departments with regards to that item after the meeting. Thank you.
Mr. Shuaib, can you come in on the issue of the Waterloo Green statement?
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning, members. Chair, the statement has been drafted and it has been sent to the Parliamentary Communication Services. I think it might be edited currently and then it will be issued, Chair.
Thank you. We had hoped that it would be issued last week. I think our communications team must try to work faster, because as much as we would want the statement to be issued today, but it doesn't if it's issued today when this thing happened last week, no. Please, team, talk to our communications team. They must try to up their game. And like even today's meeting, these things that we have said today, I think we need to see them at the earliest by tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, by Friday, not the following week. If it can be done like that, would really appreciate. We can't try to slack now when this portfolio committee has been working so hard and effectively in the last 4 years. So, Mr. Shuaib, you talk to the communications team. Honorable members, an announcement is that tomorrow, as we agreed, we are having a physical meeting that has been set to you, the portfolio committee members, so that you can please make traveling arrangements. We appeal. We don't usually have a physical meeting, so my appeal is that we have that meeting and we ensure that meeting corrects, because all members are there. It must be a serious reason that makes you not to attend this meeting physical. I appeal to you, honorable members. I know that already the department is in Cape Town in preparation for that meeting. So please ensure that you attend in your numbers. On that note, honorable members, I think our meeting is adjourned. Do we have any other announcement, Ms. Nola?
None from my side, Chair. Thank you.
Okay. On that note, honorable members, our meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Chair.
Recording stopped.
Thank you, Chair.